Okay, cool. I like this, I think. Let's turn this a little more towards the food. That looks better. It says the angle is like a degree or two, but it feels just more off to me. But anyways, so if I look very like angled today, and let's get this to stop wobbling. Come on. Yep, that looks better. Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome back to my cooking show of fun. We're going to be doing pork chops today, and then we're also going to be doing Japanese potatoes, and I'm going off on a limb, and we're doing carrots today. Because I want to do carrots today, because I was like, I shouldn't do broccoli again for the 18th time. Let's try carrots. As always, please forget to like and subscribe, because this is not done for clout, likes, or subscriptions. This is done for fun, to remind everyone that you can make mistakes, and you can learn from them. Let's jump right into it. And, yeah. It is a Monday. I hope everyone's had a great weekend. And mine was very busy. I'll get to that in a moment. But, here we go. I have not figured out a solution to this problem yet with the, with that whole thing. I'm gonna figure one out soon. Let's wash my hands on this. The only thing I did not prepare live tonight, as always, was salting the meat. Because, again, I figured you didn't want to watch as a piece of pork chop just sits silently. I should have cut the edges off earlier. Oops, I can do that later. For the next episode, as it just sits silently right there and marinates in salt. Over here, we'll take a drink. Let's get out the potato. The carrots are baby carrots, because why not? And it was funny, I was looking today, trying to find, because I really like their Japanese Oriental potatoes. I really like them. Like, I was surprised at how much I like them. And I was trying to find them, and the problem is they are literally right next to sweet potatoes. So I was trying to figure out, like, hey, what's the best way to figure out which one's which? And then the one above the crate I looked in had ones that were broken, and you could tell they were orange. I'm like, oh, that's super easy. That's a sweet potato. Even though I thought the skin looked different on the outside. So hopefully I picked the right one today, because it was in the bin of non-orange / yellow looking sweet potatoes, but we'll see. And then, as I cut, I'm not going to talk because safety. Right about here. Ooh. Oh, I was right. Yes, cool. Okay, so this is going back in the bag. I'm going to take the bigger one today. Alright, so this is a large one. Nice, not complaining. I should find a potato peeler, and I keep saying that, and I never do, and it's something I gotta do next time. Because we all know I eat quite a bit of potatoes on this show. Then we're gonna cut that part off. It's not bad, there we go, coolio. Alrighty, and now I will resume not talking as I cut a very thick potato. Hey, awesome. Struggle bus. Let's do it this way first. Maybe that might make things easier. And again, I don't think this is necessarily my vegetable knife, but it was the one I grabbed today, and I'm using it as an all-purpose knife, and I shouldn't do that. So I gotta figure out again which knives are the best to use for this. Yes, I do have a set of knives. I just don't use all of them, and I know I should. And one of these days I will. But until then, I'm gonna use this one for the moment. Because I know there's like a meat knife. There's definitely a bread knife. I just did not care to check today about that. Alright, some of these might be thick and that's okay. But we're going to hop this in right now so I can start cooking the actual meat itself. I did some research because I did forget. I need to get this pork chop up to 140 to 145 in order for it to be cooked thoroughly. That is too thick of a piece to go in there just by itself. I need to buy a salt shaker also. I will get to that eventually. Alright, let's put this on in. I did buy a new meat thermometer because I could not find the battery needed for replacement. I'll turn this off, speaking of which. So I did get a new meat thermometer. Hopefully this one works a little bit longer than the last one did. If not, I will just figure out a way because it's the penny batteries. And I am very thirsty today. And hopefully, with the new one, it'll work longer. And I can take a little more time to get the right materials next time, like a penny battery. There's a lot of things I gotta buy. A potato peeler, a set of penny batteries, that's just for 7. I have Gatorade. I also got a new kind of lemonade today. I usually just do Simply, not sponsored, lemonade. And I got, what kind is it again? Milo's brand lemonade. And I forget what, I think it might be Milo's, but there's a brand lemonade that whenever I drink it, it's just like the best thing of all time. So I figure why not try something besides Simply for once in the past over many years. I should have cut that part of that off, that's okay. So the past couple days have been incredibly fun, incredibly awesome, also incredibly busy, and they reminded me how much fun, but how much you will run around as a musician, or if you know musicians. So Thursday, had a high school concert that I played in. That was fun. Got to play with the kids I get to teach. For those of you who are not watching this live, and for any students who are watching this live, one of the coolest things you can ever do is get to play music, or whatever activity you do with someone. If you ever get to like turn around and get to play it with them or play alongside them, that is truly one of the best experiences that I wish on everyone, because it is so much fun to be able to do that with people that you work with to teach. So Thursday I got to play with the students I teach, and then Friday did some drumline stuff because Saturday the Michigan Marching Band held it was the Michigan football spring game, and the Michigan Marching Band uses these kinds of things to recruit sometimes. We used to, back in my day, we used to do what was called Chrysler Concert, where at the end of the year, at the end of the semester, after all the home games were played, it would be on a Sunday, and we would go to Chrysler Arena, and it would be like an hour, 2 hours long, and it would just be marching band music, and then they would also add the dance team in, the cheerleaders in on some things, the drum line would obviously play some music, do a mini step show, the color guard would do a performance, and they also used to bring the new GSIs in, and there would be like, they would have to do the Rocky and Bullwinkle dance, and it was like a super fun family time where, hey, you can't afford these expensive tickets, but if you want to pay, I think it was like $15, no, I don't know. I don't exactly remember how much it was, but if you wanted to pay some money, you could come in and you could bring your family and you could watch the band. And the other cool thing about it was the band always wants an outreach so that they get as many people as they want, or as many people as they possibly can. And so they would use this opportunity to have area high schools from around the state of Michigan come in and perform 2 songs with them. And my year, okay, nice. My year, the songs were Sugar We're Going Down by, I believe it was Fall Out Boy, and then we played the Victors. Because, it's part of the thing of everyone gets to play the Victors with the marching band. They cut Chrysler Concert from doing that because the logistics of it and the planning out, like they would have to, in order to book Chrysler Arena, you would have to like plan a year out in advance. And logistics were not always nice, so they decided to remove that, and then they tried other things, like they did a band day, which they haven't done in a long time. The problem is that the governing body of football has very strict regulations about everything, and as part of those regulations were the participants of band day for high school students had to pay a certain amount to attend, and then the safety of the players, both the band and the football team, did to make sure that they were safe on the sidelines. And I don't know the whole thing, but like I think it was done for 1 or 2 years, and then they stopped doing that. And so they're always looking for ways to get people involved, which I think is so cool. And get that experience of like, hey, this is what it's like to be with like the next level, to be with college students who, you will be that in a couple months. Because to be honest with you, the amount of drop off that you see in, especially in marching band from high school to college, is incredibly disappointing. For my own, I believe we had, including myself, of like the 50, 60, 70 seniors, only 3 of us went on to march in college, and one of the 3 of us quit their college band during banking. So the numbers that continue on after high school, like I wish that they would expand, because the other thing is, as instructor, musician, and player, as instructor and someone who still plays, the biggest line I always get from everyone is, oh man, I wish I would have continued playing. And it doesn't take that much time, just keep up your muscles, your chops, your what's called amateur for wind players and brass players. It doesn't take that much time, but just things get in the way, and people let other things go to the wayside. So this weekend, Michigan and Spartan Marching Band, also for Michigan State's spring game, had students join in the stands to do an experience of what it would be like to play with a college marching band. I don't know how well Michigan State's did, but I do know, because I attended the Michigan one, not the state one, but I do know that, actually I don't think any of the students went to the Michigan State one, but for the Michigan one I had 4 drumline members, and then 2 non-drumline members join or partake in it. And number one, it was so cool getting to watch them play along with the band that got me into music. Like, without this band, I would not be doing what I do today. So it was super cool getting to watch them play, and they had from what they told me, they had a great time, which makes me even better. And so on Friday, I held a second small rehearsal to be like, hey, this is what it's going to be like. This is the music to know, because they did get music. Let's run through the music at the correct tempo we played at, because one of the things you find at the high school level is, hey, this song is written at 164 or 150, and high schoolers tend to go, yes, I'm stereotyping here, they tend to go, I can't play that fast, and then they panic. And the thing with high school is that we compromise on tempo, so if it says, like, 160 something or other, they will play it, at like 120-ish. In college, if it says 165, it is 165. There is no argument there. Let's go with this one out. Oh. That's good. I like that. So, here's a little about, maybe 2 more minutes. So I got to watch the high schoolers I teach play on the Jumbotron, and then I got a recording of it, and one of them appeared on Jumbotron, which was awesome. And then that evening, I went to a former student's senior recital before he goes off to become a grad student, and getting sentimental for a moment, Jonah, you are incredible, and I'm so glad I know you. Thank you for everything you've done, and I cannot wait to see what you do next. And just know that, even though I do say it often, I'm immensely proud of you, and you are an incredible human being, and I am so glad that I know you. And also to the entire DePriest family as well. Y'all are amazing and fantastic, and thank you for everything. And he is going to be starting grad school in the fall, and then he is going to be, in the meantime, doing tons of other cool musical things. And my whole thing is I'm first and foremost a snare player. And watching what he can do with a snare drum is just phenomenal. And then also watching what he can do with other instruments that are melodic and harmonic in percussion is just incredible. So that was a fun day. And then Sunday, I performed in my ensemble, one of my ensembles, with the Alumni Concert Band. And I performed under 3 directors, not all at the same time, although that would be kind of funny and super impressive. Including Dr. Professor, Mr. Sir Jason Fettig, who is in charge of the Michigan School of Music, Theater, and Dance, who is a phenomenal conductor, which should not surprise anyone considering his role. And that was awesome. And then had a meeting with the returning members for the high school line about what they want to do this coming year. By the way, shout out to those kids, because that was the first time. So I've been doing these get-together virtual meetings for a couple of years, because trying to coordinate between high school and middle school sports schedules right now is a nightmare. So instead I do some virtual stuff to help everyone. And that was the first time since I've started doing these meetings where every single person showed up. And that was awesome. So thank you to everyone who showed up. And now it is Monday, and yeah, so that's been the past couple days for me. It's been busy, but it's been super fun, and it's been everything I love and everything I enjoy, and I just kind of kept getting better. And yeah, I hope everyone watching this had a great weekend. I still think there's pink in the middle, so I'm not happy about that too much, but that's okay. I also don't think I did this right. Again, if you've seen Lord of the Rings, which I have, multiple times to have, and you've seen, well, it's technically both in the extended and the normal cut. One of my favorite lines comes from Return of the King, and because this is pork, I can make this joke. And Merry and Pippin are guarding Isengard, guarding under the direction of Treebeard. In the movie, I don't think this is said in the book because the movie is a lot more snarky about things, or witty about things. And Gimli starts going off about how two young hobbits are just doing nothing. And I forget which one, I think it's Merry. Says, we've got salted pork. And Gimli goes, salted pork? Like salted pork, but, with an accent. And I just love his face of like, oh, food? Okay, I can get behind this. Some other great lines, I'm not going to quote the entire thing, but there's also just a lot of great lines from that trilogy. What can't I link back to Lord of the Rings at this point? Alright, is this actually cooking or not? Let's take a look. Let's use our meat thermometer. Currently, it's 70.3 degrees. I need to hit like 140. Does it help that I literally cook everything on medium on the stove until I need to turn it higher for like chicken? I should cook fish. Eventually. Fish kind of terrifies me. Okay, so we're 141. $142. I'm gonna prep this ahead of time, and then I don't know if carrots were a good idea today. I honestly don't know. Okay, so I've got 143 in the middle, which is a plus. The question that I'm concerned about is the outsides look a little raw still. They are not cooking raw, though. They are definitely not cooking raw at all. Oh, no, that one is. Oh, why do you do that to me? I need you to go up 0.4 degrees. You want a point, I need 0.2 more. Okay, so count it, coughed for the first time this episode. Later than usual. And again, I'm not complaining about coughing later than usual. Okay, so I'm pretty sure okay, we're good there. Okay, let's... Okay, over here. Over here. So I'm getting everything from 153 to 147. It's working. Yeah. Maybe? Okay, let's hit this. We're gonna put this here. Carrots might have been a regretful choice, but whatever. And no, I didn't get the resealable bag one. I got the smaller one, but apparently there was no this didn't have that resealable bag on it. That's okay though. Look, I'm eating healthy. Look, carrots. I'm eating healthy. Huzzah! I do enjoy carrots, for what it's worth. I just haven't eaten them in a while. Okay, so we're gonna keep those right there. I'm going to fasten those up later, or the tray. I was gonna get cauliflower today also, but just none of them looked good, or they were way too big, and I'm just not a fan of like wasting food, and I didn't want to use I didn't want to do it that way because like I would not have been able to eat all that cauliflower. All right, so there's that. Carrots do like to roll over the place. That's a thing. Okay, let's turn this off. Cool. I should probably get a knife that might be helpful. Oh, yeah, there's a knife, look. Yeah, that works. Right. Yeah. Actually, not done that. Oh, well. Yeah. That would so not be fun if it just went flying. Whew. Not a good time. Good thing it did. I should do a lemon zest on these next time. That'd be fun. Anyways, thank you for having dinner with me, and let me turn my thermometer off. Someone next time remind me that I need to do that. Anyways, thanks for having dinner with me, and see you next episode.